Hello, I'm RJC. Welcome to the Compendium. We're doing something a little bit different today. Today we're gonna. People have been asking me like, how did you get all into um, Persona? What you were kind of into before that? And so we figured it would be a good opportunity to kind of get into that. Um, yeah. Before I was into Persona, like in middle school and stuff. You know school wasn't really for me. I got through it and everything, but it wasn't something I really enjoyed too much or really got a lot out of. But I didn't mind it really because I would go home and I would play video games. A lot of stuff I really liked from that era on like the PlayStation 2, and you know just kind of like all kinds of kind of random games. Probably thought like most people would probably think they were bad, but I liked them a lot because I didn't really get a whole lot of games growing up, but I enjoyed the ones I got. And then in high school, I still had the same attitude about school, but we kind of fell on hard times a little bit. I was living in a very small apartment with my mom, and we had to sell basically everything that we owned, except we had to sell like my PS3 and everything, all my games and everything. The only thing I had left was my PS2 and a copy of Manhunt, which was just the one game that I held on to. Um, but before that, there was also kind of a lull where there wasn't really a whole lot of games was into from that era. Like I played a lot, but it wasn't. I found myself not really being as occupied as I used to be. So then I had a time where we sold all my stuff. Kind of fallen on hard times at GameStop in the last few months when they still had the last era of having PS2 games in stock. I saw a copy of Persona 3 Fest. And I kind of heard about the series. I didn't know a whole lot about it. I knew it was kind of polarizing, but I figured, sort of on a whim, hey, I'll give it a shot. It was a used copy for $30, and I got it and took it home, and it was just amazing. I hadn't connected to a game. I hadn't connected to any game at all like that since in years and years, and I got really really into it. And then the scene where um, Junpei and Junpei and the MC and Yukari go to the school at night. They're The disc froze on the loading screen, so I had to go. Like it would cut from them leaving the dorm, and then it would go to the loading screen with the rotating Arcana card and just stay there forever. So I had to find another GameStop that would switch out the copies with me. But I really really needed to know what happened, and I really needed to keep playing the game. And I just got hooked, and everything from then on, like I saved up money to get a copy of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, which they also had at the GameStop by my house, and saved up money for that. And that was different. I wasn't very good at it, but I really loved it. I wasn't very good at that kind of strategy game. But I loved it. I didn't get even very far, but it was just great. I loved it just as much as Persona 3. And I would spend just all day. It was the only thing that really got me through high school for a long time was those two games. And I would save money, and I would get I got Persona 4, which also, of course, I loved. I saved money and got Devil Survivor for the DS, and I got, just started buying these games, and saving up, and they just all mean so much to me. And then kind of had a turn of fate. I got to go to live with the Post, who kind of gave me better circumstances, and it kind of blew up from there. I suddenly was able to, I was suddenly able to get PS3 again. I got Catherine. I got all kinds of SMT games. I got the Digital Devil Saga. I got the Devil Survivor. I got everything. And I just love this series so much that I just had to make the YouTube channel about it, because I wanted to share my love with you, and I know a lot of people also who love this series, who I wanted to hear from you guys as well. Which brings me to this special thing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get 5 people to respond to this video with their own My Persona story. First, one of the first people to ever be one of the first people to subscribe to the Compendium and to watch it, and was Jackold. So Jackold, we're gonna hopefully hear from you. Josh Harden, a man who helped out the channel a whole lot. Far From Lima, who we're going to be working with a little bit more in the future. We don't want to give too much away, but it should be good with him, and we want to hear your Persona story. This next one it's kind of a stretch goal, because I have never been in contact with him, but I very much am a fan of his videos. I know he's played Persona. I know he's played them, and hopefully we can somehow get this video to him so he can make a video himself. Metal Jesus Rocks. I'm a big fan of your work, and hopefully you would like to partake in telling my Persona story. And finally, I want to ask you, the viewer. I appreciate all of you individually, and I want to hear from you. I want you to make your own video telling your Persona story, and send it to me, and I want to watch it, so we can all kind of be together with this series that I know it means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to you, and I want to hear about it. So, well, thank you for joining me and listening to my story here. That's all there really is to it. I want to also have to mention and thank everyone who helps me with my channel. Gecko, obviously. We got the Post, of course. Everyone who helps us out with the channel. It's a pretty big process. There's a lot going on, but I appreciate all of them, and I appreciate all of you. And I'm RJC. Thank you for watching my persona story. This has been the Compendium.